Hello and welcome back to another DLC with me, Joey Fitz, and today we are diving into a very cool little roguelike. Now, before we get started, I would like to thank our friends over at Game.Press and Smoking Cartridge for the free copy for review purposes. So, let's get into it, and well, I guess that final one was the deepest well. So Deepest Well is a fast-paced roguelike action game that drops you into a mysterious well full of enemies, upgrades, and increasingly chaotic combat. If you enjoy tight gameplay loops, stacking powerful abilities, and seeing how broken a build can get before everything falls apart, this game is well worth checking out. Deepest Well is focused on its survival and progression through repeated runs. Each run takes place in exactly the same vertical arena, the well itself, and waves of enemies come down at you from above as you descend deeper and deeper. The joy of Deepest Well is it is the ultimate pick up and play roguelike. There is no story or heavy lore here. The focus is entirely on gameplay, replayability, and experimenting with different runs. See how far you can build and how far you can make it. The core gameplay loop is the main essence of the game, and it's simple but very effective. You start a run fighting through these waves of enemies, and after each wave, you're given a choice of upgrades. Think Vampire Survivors, that kind of survivor-like roguelike game. These upgrades stack over time, and they slowly shape your build into something completely different from where you started. What makes Deepest Well really fun is that these upgrades interact with each other. So one of your runs might focus on raw damage, another on mobility, another on terrain destruction or area control. Where the right upgrades line up, you can end up being incredibly powerful. And when they don't line up, well, this game is difficult. The unpredictability of this game is a massive part of the appeal, and it keeps each run feeling fresh every time you start. Combat is fast and chaotic and constantly demanding your attention. Enemies swarm from multiple directions, forcing you to keep moving and repositioning. Standing still for too long is almost always a mistake. But one thing that's really cool about Deepest Well is the destructible terrain. Parts of the environment, mainly the floor, break away during combat, sometimes helping you by eliminating enemies, creating barriers, sometimes removing safe ground, so it adds a new level of tension as you have to adapt on the fly. Now visually, in its own funny way, Deepest Well really stands out. Its pixel art style is very simple. There's no colourful backgrounds, there's no flashy textures as you dive deeper into the well. It's a black screen, and that allows you to focus on your movement, the enemies, and the attacks that you're dealing. Sound effects and music do their job without drawing too much attention, and they support the intensity rather than overwhelming it. Now, like most roguelikes, death sends you back to the beginning, but your knowledge carries over. You learn which upgrades work well together, which enemies are the biggest threats, and how to manage space better and more effectively as difficulty ramps up. Replay value comes mainly from build variety, because upgrade choices are randomized and no two runs will feel the same. That said, the game has a fairly minimalist structure. There isn't a ton of environments or modes, so players looking for long-term meta progression or min-maxing the game might feel that it runs out of surprises quite quickly. However, I think this is part of the biggest strength of Deepest Well, because I really think this might be one of the best pick up and play games I've ever played on a DLC. So Deepest Well is definitely worth getting if you ask me. If you enjoy action heavy roguelikes with experimenting with builds and satisfaction of surviving more than one single wave, the game delivers exactly that. It doesn't try and reinvent the genre, but it executes its ideas really cleanly. Now, I'd also say I'd love to know how it plays on handheld consoles. It seems like the kind of perfect travel game, if that makes sense. Now, if you're looking for something with more narrative depth, visual variety, or long-term progression, maybe Deepest Well isn't exactly the right thing for you, but it is focused, fun, and highly replayable. That's it. That's my review. This short game, well worth your time. I think it is a great pickup. The game is available on Steam now and is just £3.59 or about $5. For that price, it's well worth a go. I've been Joey Fitz. Thank you for stopping by. Make sure you're looking after yourself and have a great day.